What up, WINBUSH here. And more recently, I was working on this project and I came across this issue that the client was hung up on. So I'm inside of After Effects looking right now, and I'm zoomed in about 800%, this time 1600%. But you can see on my bevel how I have this strong alias. And no matter what I did inside of Unreal Engine, when I rendered this out, I was getting those jagged lines even when I bumped up the samples on the aliasing. But luckily, I had an idea that if I rendered out with CryptoMats and I use this free plugin that's from Plugins Everywhere, you can also get it on AE Script. It's called FXAA, but you could take alias images and you can have them kind of feathered out. So I'll leave a link down below. Of course, like I said, it's free, but let me put this on inside of After Effects. So when I click it on, you can already see how it's smoothed out. Again, I'm zoomed way in. If I bring this out to 100%, everything looks nice and crisp. So let me show you the exact steps that I did inside of Unreal Engine to render this out separately so that I can add this effect inside of After Effects. So I previously showed this before, but this is the project that I was working on inside of Unreal Engine, right? So if I come over here and I clip on the clipboard and then I click on my render settings, in this way I can show you exactly how I laid it out. So of course I exported out as an EXR file, but I did this as a multi-layer. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm rendering out CryptoMats. So if I come down here to object IDs, this is going to bring out CryptoMats for my image. So that's all I had to select there. If you come over here to settings, it would be down here under rendering. And if you don't see this in here, if you come over here to edit, come down here to plugins, and inside your search bar, you want to type in render. But if I scroll down here a little bit, right here, it says movie render queue additional passes. You want to make sure that you have this clicked on, and that would allow you to use CryptoMats on your render. So again, that would just be under settings down here under render if you had that set on. So that's all I did. Then I put on game overrides so I could put on cinematic quality settings, and that's all there is to it. So again, this is going to be the main point right here, the object IDs, and this is going to allow us to render out CryptoMats. Now with my CryptoMats rendered out, I just brought it into After Effects, and I'm just going to scroll through my timeline because this is exactly what I rendered out of Unreal Engine. So to get started, I already have everything in my control panel over here in the top right hand corner, but I'll go through these one by one so you can see exactly what I did. So I have CryptoMats already on my layer here, and if you don't know how to add that, if you come over here to where it says effects and presets, all you have to do is type in crypto, and it's going to be under 3D channel, but that's going to bring up CryptoMats. So I'm going to turn this on. And once you do, it's going to turn green like this. Now, the reason I was able to get this CryptoMat set up inside of Unreal Engine is because it's set up to go with your materials. So I had a different material set on my bevel than I did on the rest of my body there. And so that's why when I'm inside of After Effects, you see the blue for the bevel here and then the green for the rest of the body. So to get started by selecting this out, I'm just going to scroll this down under CryptoMats, and I'm going to hold down the shift key on my keyboard, and that's going to bring up the plus symbol on my pointer here. And if I select the blue, now I have my bevel selected. So if I come back over here under outputs where it says color, if I do matte RGBA, that's going to give me the color pass with the alpha channel. Like if I turn off the background here, you can see that we have the alpha channel and I only have my bevel selected. So I'm going to come back down here. I'm going to turn on the background so we can see it a little bit easier. And down here, I have the FXAA. Again, that's the free plugin that I downloaded. But all I'm going to do is turn it on. And you can already see how it feathered everything out in here, and it's looking a lot nicer. Now, if I turn this off so that we can see our background a little bit better, what I did next was I add a min-max in here. So if I put this on, you can see how it made it a little bit thicker because my bevel might have been a little bit too thin, but I didn't want to go back and redo everything. So adding a min-max on there actually made it a little bit thicker there. And then of course from there, I just put on levels so I can make it a little bit darker. And then I added just a little bit of fast blur in here, just by 0.1, and that's going to help smooth it out just a tad bit more. So if I turn this off right here, you can see exactly what the endpoint looks like with the background back in there. And that's how I was able to fix the anti-aliasing on the edges that was driving the clients crazy. So FXAA is actually a really good plugin. I can't believe it's actually free there on AE Script. So I definitely say if you run into this similar problem, that's how I was able to tackle it on my end. Like I said, I was trying to get it fixed inside the render pass, but sometimes you just need a plugin to help you out. So hopefully if anybody else is out there having this issue, this right here helped you out. And until next time, stay fresh, keep creating, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see you soon. Take care.